We have all been there. You're rushing to print a big document, maybe for a meeting or a class, and you see that print dialog box pop up with all its options, and there's one you always see: Collate. What does that actually do? Well, today we're going to solve that little mystery for good. Yep, this little box. It's there every single time you print. Maybe you click it, maybe you don't. Maybe you just kind of cross your fingers and hope for the best. But, understanding this one simple option can save you a whole lot of time and frustration. Okay, let's just dive right in. So let's demystify this common bit of printer lingo. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what you're doing every time you hit that print button. All right, first things first. Let's just get the official definition out of the way. What does the word itself actually mean? So the dictionary definition sounds a little complicated. To collect, accumulate, and combine, then assemble in a specific order. Okay, but what does that really mean when you just want to print a document? Let's simplify that. There we go, that's so much better. The key takeaway here is that checking that collate box is basically you telling your printer, hey, don't just give me a giant pile of pages, give me finished copies of my entire document, all put together in the right order. And this, right here, is where it all clicks. The absolute best way to understand collating is to see exactly what happens when you don't use it. So let's look at a side-by-side comparison. And this explains it perfectly. So imagine you have a 3-page report and you need 3 copies of it. On the left, with collate checked, look what happens. The printer gives you a perfect set. Page 1, then 2, then 3. Then it prints another perfect set. 1, 2, 3. And then a third. They're all ready to go. Now look over at the right. Uncollated printing gives you a stack of 3-page 1s, then a stack of 3-page 2s, and then a stack of 3-page 3s. So now you have to stand there and sort them all by hand. Collating literally does that boring work for you. So how does this actually help you in the real world? Now that you know what it is, let's talk about when you should be using it. Honestly, it's pretty simple. Anytime you're printing more than one copy of a document that has more than one page, you should probably collate. Think about it: printing training booklets for a new team, catalogs for customers, or big reports for a board meeting. Collating makes sure every single person gets a complete, correctly ordered packet without you having to do any extra work. Okay, so you've printed your perfectly collated sets, they're all ready to go. But what if you want to take it to the next level? What if you want to turn those loose pages into a really professional-looking booklet or report? Well, that's where binding comes in. Once your pages are in order, you've got options. For smaller documents, like magazines or brochures under 100 pages or so, saddle stitching is a great choice. That's just a fancy term for stapling through the centerfold. It looks really professional. For longer documents, like yearbooks or actual paperback books, perfect binding gives you that classic durable spine. And of course, for work reports or school projects where you need the pages to lay completely flat, you just can't go wrong with spiral or wire-o binding. And just like that, you've gone from wondering about a mysterious button to totally understanding a key part of the printing process. So the next time you hit print, you'll know exactly what that little checkbox does. No more guesswork, and definitely no more tedious hand sorting. You are officially in command of the collate button. It kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? This was just one simple checkbox that we see all the time. What other powerful features are we overlooking every day, just hiding in plain sight, waiting to make our lives that much easier?